Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. We look forward to seeing you again down at South Campus for our revival nights. Please make an effort to be here, and let's dig into the presence of God. Revival ends when people are no longer hungry. Revival ends when people no longer allow God to change their hearts. Revival begins when we're hungry and we let God change our hearts. I want us to come back to Acts chapter 19 today, down to all verse 5. On hearing this, they were baptized into the name of the Lord. When Paul placed his hands on them, the Holy Spirit came on them, and they spoke in tongues and prophesied. There were about 12 men in all. There are a lot of Christians today that believe in a doctrine called cessationism, which basically means the miracles have ceased, Pentecost has ceased, speaking in tongues has ceased. They do not discount the validity of it in the Bible, but they say it has ceased. My question is, can you show me a valid place in Scriptures when it is supposed to cease? There are some people that say that speaking in tongues was just for the day of Pentecost. Well, here we find them baptized with the Holy Spirit and speaking in tongues again. Now, brothers and sisters, I am not a cessationist. I believe that whatever God has said is continuing. That God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. God did miracles in the past. God did miracles today. And if Jesus tarries, He will keep doing miracles. He baptized people in the Holy Spirit and they spoke in other tongues on the day of Pentecost. He's doing it still today, and He'll still be doing it in 100 years if Jesus tarries, though I pray we get to go to heaven by then. At some time, you and I just need to back up and realize the baptism of the Holy Spirit and speaking in other tongues is important. Let me say that again. It is important. And it amazes me today that the Baptist churches, the non-denominational churches, even the Pentecostal churches, that no longer want people to speak in tongues, that no longer want people to sing in the Spirit, that no longer want the demonstration of the gifts of the Spirit, because they say, it's people will misunderstand and we want to be seeker sensitive. No, we don't. We want to be God sensitive. Now, if you're listening to me today and you're a Pentecostal who has put aside your Pentecostal experience, your experience with the Holy Spirit, or you're a person who believes in the power of the Holy Spirit and you go to a church that doesn't allow you to speak in tongues in services or sing in the Spirit in services, forgive me, you need to change churches. Now, I know that sounds like a horribly politically incorrect thing to say, but excuse me, either we believe this stuff or we don't. If we believe in the power and the working of the Holy Spirit, then we need to be in a church where it is encouraged and practiced. We don't go to church to make political connections. We don't go to church to do business. We don't go to church to network. We go to church for God. So let's make sure that God, the Holy Spirit, is part of our experience in church.